Police investigate a homicide in Richmond this morning, just a mile outside of VCU's campus. Ahead this morning, Jarita Patterson joins us live on scene with the latest on the investigation.
A break in a chilling cold case, twin babies murdered on a college campus. After a CBS 6 special report, police arrest a woman 15 years after the gruesome crime.
Now, this is CBS 6 News.
It is 5 o'clock on the dot on this Wednesday, July 3rd. I'm Rob Cardwell.
And I'm Reba Hollingsworth. We're going to have those stories and much more coming up. But first, it has been just a yucky week off and on rain. So what does the weather has for us today, in store for us today?
I don't know, Carrie, but man, I'm tired of the humidity. I just would like one nice break from this muggy weather.
I don't know. I like it.
Me too.
I do. I like the change. I like that in Virginia we get so many interesting types of weather. So yeah, you get a little bit of everything. And if you wanted to be in Florida but couldn't take a vacation, well, the vacation came to you. We brought Florida weather to you, and that's exactly what it's been like for us this week. Tropical, overcast right now. You can see the pavement is dry because we haven't had rain overnight in Richmond. Something new, we don't have a flash flood watch in effect either for Central Virginia. You have to go out into western and southwestern parts of the state to get into that flash flood watch, and that one lasts until 8 p.m. So if you are traveling out that way, just be alert that that's where there could be more of those flooded roadways, especially in the lower lying regions as you travel through that part of southwest Virginia. Current temperatures, though, here into the heart of Central Virginia are into the low to mid 70s. It's very mild, still muggy, and this tropical weather pattern continues for us today before we start to transition on the 4th of July to a slightly different weather pattern. But for today, it's the morning mist and showers that some of you are getting, mainly north and northwest of Richmond. Afternoon storms and heavy showers, though, are going to redevelop over us in all of Central Virginia. They'll be hit or miss, but I do expect that plenty of us will see them today. Update on the James River, still above that 5-foot life vest required level. Big picture across the country shows the heat high that's out west, and we're still stuck in between an area of low pressure and high pressure, and it's the high pressure that's winning. It's going to keep tracking, just invading western to the west, and infecting the eastern parts of the U.S., and that means that we'll gradually see this pattern break down, but in its place it's going to get much hotter for us, and I'll walk you through that in my full forecast. Back to you. All
right, thanks, Carrie. Breaking news this morning, police are working a fatal shooting here in the city of Richmond.
It happened late last night and about a mile from the VCU campus. Our Jarita Patterson joins us from the scene of the shooting on Marshall Street. Hi, Jarita.
Robin, Reba, good morning to you both. Now, many of the details, they are still coming in, but you can bet that those living here in the historic Jackson Ward area, they're waking up this morning to the disturbing news that a man was shot and killed in this alleyway just behind me overnight. Now, to kind of give you perspective on where I'm currently located, I am in between the VCU campus and the VCU medical campus. There's about six blocks in both directions. Now, according to detectives, this all happened just before 11 o'clock Tuesday night when police responded to a shooting here in the alley just off of East Marshall Street. Now, that victim later died at the scene. From there, investigators began canvassing the area for witnesses and clues, and we are told detectives are now following some very strong leads. But if you have any further information that could help police, you are urged to make an anonymous call to Crime Stoppers at 780-1000. Now, it is also worth mentioning, although this happened very close to the VCU campus, the VCU police crime alert, it was never issued. And at this time, the victim's name, it has not yet been released. But again, if you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. The number again is 780-1000. We are live in Richmond. Jarita Patterson, CBS 6 News.
Right now it is 5:03, exactly 5:04. Now let's turn it over to Kristen with a look at the roads.
Good morning, Rob and Reba. We'll be prepared for delays this morning. The roads could get crowded ahead of the Independence Day holiday. AAA estimates about 1.1 million Virginia drivers will be heading out for Independence Day. Many of those people traveling 50 miles or more from home to celebrate. That number is down only about 1% from last year. The bulk of the drivers are expected to hit the roads today through Sunday. Actually, today will be the busiest travel day for the 4th of July holiday as well as Sunday, so you need to plan accordingly, and remember that we do have those new texting and driving laws in full effect. Let's go ahead and get you caught up on the roads now around Richmond. We do have an accident working Boulevard and Carey Street. Richmond police are there dealing with a two-car crash crash. Fortunately, no injuries, and that's just right off the downtown expressway. Now, traffic is not heavy in the area, still very light. I just spoke with Henrico Police. They are dealing with a tree down, possibly blocking a travel lane. Parham and September Drive, that's in Henrico's west end, just between Patterson Avenue and River Road. As you can see on either side of Parham, we are dealing with heavy traffic. It is still fairly early, but some backups could be there. And VDOT will be lifting all construction zones for the 4th of July traveling day, and I will have more information coming up later. Reba.
All right, thanks, Kristen. Developing right now, state police are still trying to find the person who shot a woman while she was driving on Chippenham Parkway late Monday night. We first told you about this story yesterday morning. Police say the bullet hit the woman in the arm as she was getting onto the Belmont Road exit ramp. The woman drove to a nearby 7-Eleven for help.
We heard screaming while I was backing out. Finally, I see somebody pulling in like mad fast. I beeped the horn because I didn't want to get hit, and she actually stopped exactly where she is, and she gets out the car.
The woman told police the gunman was driving a white full-size SUV and that whoever it was fired several shots at her. If you have information that can help state police in this case, you're urged to call this number, 553-3408. Well, we told you earlier this week about a fatal crash over the weekend in Dinwiddie County that killed a young man.
Now this morning, his parents are speaking to CBS 6 about what happened and how they may not even be able to give their son a proper goodbye. Jake Burns reports.
Sorry. It's the kind of hug no family wants to give. But Rachel Childers needs a little support right now. This is her son Timothy's truck. State police say Timothy ran off the road in Dinwiddie on Sunday and went airborne. The 18-year-old did not survive.
He was such a good-hearted boy. He would take his shirt off his back for anybody.
The pain Childers feels is more than noticeable. However, the loss of her college-bound son now goes even deeper.
I can't afford to pay for the funeral. And I can't afford to pay for the casket.
Childers is on disability. Her husband, workman's comp.
No money coming in right now.
But financial burdens don't stop there for Childers. She recently took custody of her 3 grandchildren. The oldest is 4.
He had so many friends.
Timothy, or TJ as he's known, recently graduated high school. Friends have flooded his Facebook page with support, according to his mother. That support has helped the family begin to heal, but finalizing that process will be difficult if Childers can't pay for TJ's funeral.
I just need some help helping me bury my baby. I want to give him a proper burial.
Now, Childers' family says they'll hold a memorial service at the crash site tonight. That's on Hamilton Arms Road in Dinwiddie at 6 p.m. A memorial fund has been set up to help Childers' family. You can go to any Wells Fargo bank and tell them you want to donate to the Timothy Childers Memorial Fund or send money directly to Joseph J. Johnson Funeral Home in McKinney. Jake Burns, CBS 6 News. Rob, back to you.
All right, Jake, thanks for the update. A horrible crime happened in this Virginia college dorm 15 years ago, and after all this time, the woman police believe killed 2 newborns and dumped them down a trash chute is facing charges. Police arrested 35-year-old Darnisha Berry, who you see here, Tuesday in Henrico. She was a student at St. Paul's College where those babies were killed. The babies, delivered in a dorm bathroom February 16, 1998, were killed shortly after they were born. Now, last year, CBS 6 featured an update on that cold case, and tips led police to Berry.
A very emotional day for us as a police department and as a town, and also for clearing a case of that magnitude so old.
Berry is being held without bond on 2 counts of first-degree murder. Her first court appearance is next week.
The man who hit and killed a bicyclist on River Road last summer will spend 3 years in prison. Eli Webb, who was convicted of felony hit and run back in February, was sentenced yesterday. He will also serve 2 years of probation and have his license suspended for 1 year. In a statement, Webb told the court that he thinks about Lainey Koszewski, the victim, every day. Richmond rocker Randy Bly is writing a memoir about his time spent in a Czech prison. The Lamb of God frontman was recently acquitted of manslaughter in connection with the death of a fan at a concert 3 years ago. The book will be released next fall.
A lot of people here in Richmond probably going to buy that.
I know, right?
5:09 still ahead this morning. The president's health care mandate will kick in next year, but there's a big change coming. Why is the White House tweaking Obamacare?
Defiant to the end, Egypt's president says he is not backing down, while setting the stage for a showdown between President Morsi and the military.
We've been stuck under a stagnant pattern, so let's look ahead. Showers and storms are gradually going to become fewer and farther between by tomorrow. The 4th of July holiday will be hot and humid with highs around 90 degrees and the heat index really kicking in. And that's going to be the case as we go into the end of this week and the weekend because of a big area of high pressure. That will lead to a stretch of 90-degree days.